Wondering which lens is best for your shot? 150 millimeters, 45 millimeters, or maybe 21 millimeters? Beginners often ask this, and usually stick with what they know. To make it easier to see how different lenses perform in the same scene and lighting, I teamed up with IRIX for an experiment. I'm Serge Zotov, a filmmaker and DP, and I shot the same intense scene using 3 different cinematic lenses: 150 millimeter, 45 millimeter, and 21 millimeter. Let's see how each lens changes the look and feel of the scene. Let's take a moment to talk about how a shot feels. In my opinion, using a 150 millimeter lens gives the most cinematic effect. The background gets beautifully blurred, and the actress stands out sharply in the frame. This is something we're used to seeing in big Hollywood movies. Now let's discuss the vibe it creates. The actress is clearly in focus, while everything else in the frame is blurred out. This gives the impression that she's deeply immersed in her thoughts, focusing inward. The camera is set quite far from her, but we still get medium and close-up shots. It almost feels like someone is watching her from a distance, adding an extra layer of tension to the shot. For me, a 45 millimeter lens is a versatile choice. You can pretty much shoot any type of scene with it. I've used it for wide shots, close-ups, and details, and it all works great. You don't get that claustrophobic feeling you might with a 150 millimeter lens, since the background isn't as blurred, but you can still feel the tension. To add even more tension, I sometimes tilt the camera slightly, which gives the shot an off-balance feel. When using a 21 millimeter lens for a wide shot, it creates the feeling of a small person in a big world. You can really sense the trees towering over the character. Then, when I switch to a close-up of the actress, it creates an interesting effect, as the tree canopies seem to press down on her, adding a sense of pressure. To sum it up, you can create a tense scene with almost any focal length, and you can enhance that tension with various techniques. But there are limitations to each choice. For example, to shoot a wide shot with a 150 millimeter lens, you'll need at least 20 to 25 meters of space between the camera and the subject, which can be tough to find when filming indoors. With a 21 millimeter lens, you won't get a blurred background in wide shots. And for close-ups, you'll need the widest possible aperture to blur the background, likely requiring ND filters. A 45 millimeter lens gives you more flexibility, but you won't get the same compression as with a 150 millimeter or the environmental pressure that a 21 millimeter lens can create. The main takeaway is to plan ahead. Think about the feeling you want your shot to evoke and choose your lens accordingly. When it comes to IRIX Cine lenses, I want to point out that this is a top quality set that not only competes with others in its price range, but also holds up against more premium high-end lenses. IRIX Cine lenses are perfect for any commercial project, especially if you're aiming for a sharp modern look with good contrast. I'd also like to highlight their durable build, which offers solid protection against dust, sand, and water, allowing you to work in almost any environment. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this topic. Stay tuned.